Right. Well, navigating retirement can be stressful, especially in these times right now, because the fluctuating tariffs are raising quite a bit of an alarm for people who are close to that retirement date. But there are experts who can help.
Joining us now is Jake Betteridge, the operations manager of Retirement Income Source, SFG. Jake, it's so good to see you.
Thanks for being here.
Pleasure to be here.
And I have questions.
Hopefully I have some answers for you.
Let's talk about RMDs.
Okay. So an RMD, which is commonly referred to, is a required minimum distribution. What that is it's a forced distribution by the IRS after you turn 73.
73 is the magic age.
73 is the magic age. It used to be earlier, and they've moved it up to 73.
Okay, but I'm 61, and you say I should have a plan in place, even though I'm only 61, and I'm looking forward to 73.
Yes. You know what? It's never too early to start thinking about how you're going to take RMDs, and it's especially pertinent right now with the market downturn, because ideally you don't want to pull out money when the market's down. Right. Yeah, you're having to sell assets at a bad time.
Right.
And historically, obviously the market's a roller coaster. It seems as though when the market's down, that's sometimes when you can really ride up when it starts to pick up again, right?
Absolutely. But the thing that's dependent on is making sure that your principal stays intact. And if you're investing for income, which is throwing off dividends and interest instead of having to pull out of principal, your principal stays intact and allows that full recovery and that full sweep up that you were talking about.
Wow.
The tariffs obviously are a big concern for people.
Yes.
How is that impacting people's retirement incomes and things? So
the tariffs have created a lot of market volatility, meaning, especially for retirees, the markets are down. Their account values are down.
I know. But I don't want to even look.
No, it's been ugly.
It's been ugly.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what's worse is if you have to make a withdrawal during that period of time, because what that does is it erodes your principal and actually can over time create a vicious cycle where you're actually depleting your retirement accounts. Yeah.
What advice do you have for any people out there who were looking to maybe retire this year, next year? What would you say to them?
Well, certainly if they're going to be retiring in the next couple of years, you should think about potentially transitioning to income. When you invest for income, you're creating dividends and interest. That's essentially a renewable resource that every single month you're creating a paycheck where you're not having to worry about pulling from the market. If the market's up or the market's down, it doesn't matter. You're still getting your funds and you're leaving your principal intact.
Wow.
All right, Retirement Income Source, SFG.
Yes.
Now, if I call you guys, what's the process? What, do I come in? Do I talk on the phone? What happens?
Great question. So we offer a complimentary process to look at any RMDs that anybody may have, be it now or 10 years in the future.
Okay.
It's important to make a plan and to see where you're going to be taking them from, what they're going to look like, and are there any tax-saving options out there that we can help you achieve.
Wow, that's wonderful. And, what would you say to people who are just a little confused with what's going on? They're scared, they're a little confused. You can help with all of that, right?
Yeah, trying to create peace of mind is one of the best things that an advisor can do. Walking people through times, we have the benefit of a lot of experience, and also we have the benefit of not having to sell assets in a market downturn. So it does no long-term damage to people, and they get the money that they need to live off of.
Which is great.
Yeah.
And you have an event on the 17th?
We do. So we have an event. We have regular retirement seminars on a regular basis. And actually, if you go to our website, there's a whole listing of the available seminars, because some people might live in disparate areas.
Great.
That's great. Yeah. Is that a Paul Stewart tie?
It is not a Paul Stewart tie.
I just want to make sure. Good to see you. Good to see you, Jake.
And where can we send people for more information?
So you can go to retirementincomesourcesfg.com. You can also call our office at 860-399-8202.
It's still a nice tie. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Have
a great day.
Pleasure being here.
All right, if you look